Over to the other war front. Russia is hammering central Ukraine. It's raining missiles, drones and mounting high pressure in the region. Ukraine claims at least 21 people have been killed in Russian strikes in the last 48 hours. And these are the images that we will have for you on the screen. These are images from Dnipro. Ukraine says at least 11 people were killed and over 160 people were injured in the Russian assault. According to Ukrainian authorities, Russian missiles crashed into schools, hospitals, kindergartens and battered vehicles in cities. It damaged a dormitory, it damaged a gymnasium and an administrative building. The rare daytime attack came without any kind of warning and it has stunned Ukrainians.
There was an attack somewhere not far away. It happened in a split second. You open your eyes, there are no windows or doors anywhere. Everything is in a half-destroyed state. But thank God, everyone who was on the grounds of the church and our complex remained unharmed.
I was in the 4th hospital, treating my leg. I had a doctor's appointment. And here were the children. They saw it all. Now they are in the 72nd school. There is a bomb shelter there. They ran there.
Ukrainian President Zelensky posted a video showing a passenger train which was damaged by a Russian missile strike in Dnipro region. He claims that the deadly attack destroyed 5 carriages while over 500 passengers were on board. Russia launched a deadly attack in areas in and around Kiev, killing at least 10 people. Waves of Russian drones and missiles lit up the night sky with fires in residential areas and damaged the entrance to a metro station bomb shelter. Now, Moscow had said that it was targeting Ukrainian military facilities in Ukraine and has repeatedly maintained that it doesn't hit civilians. The attacks come as Zelensky is in the Netherlands to meet with allies on the sidelines of the NATO Defense Alliance Summit. He is expected to meet with US President Donald Trump as well in The Hague to discuss more sanctions on Russia and arms procurement for Ukraine.
The most important that the unity of NATO countries and all Europe and European Union, and you see this unity around Ukraine. I think this is the most important things. After this, it opens the way to strengthen Ukraine, to give us strong support, to help our people and families who are abroad to live, and to help to our Ukrainians who are in Ukraine to survive.
Leaders of NATO and the European Union have reaffirmed their support for Ukraine ahead of a meeting of alliance members. NATO chief Mark Rutte says he expected a greater financial support for Ukraine compared to last year.
What we are seeing at this moment is that European and Canadian partners, they are now basically ramping up the support for Ukraine. Already over 35 billion euros pledged this year. That's even before we reach half year on the 1st of July, and last year it was for the full year a little bit over 50 billion. So we can safely assume that the total amount for 2025 will be higher than in 2024.
But Trump is singing a different tune here. He has cast his doubts on his commitment. He has cast doubt on his commitment to protect Europe as he headed to a NATO summit to get allies to pledge more defense spending. In fact, he even dodged a question when he was asked whether he would abide by Article 5 of the NATO treaty, which outlines the alliance's mutual defense guarantees.
Depends on your definition. There's numerous definitions of Article 5. You know that, right? But I'm committed to being their friends. You know, I've become friends with many of those leaders, and I'm committed to helping them.
The overriding goal of NATO's two-day gathering, which kicks off with dinner hosted by the Dutch king, is essentially to flatter Trump, to make him happy amid fears that he could blow a hole in the 7-decade-old alliance. NATO hopes to keep Trump bound to the alliance's mutual defense vow by meeting his demand for a headline figure of 5% of GDP on defense spending. Now, the NATO summit is intended to signal to Russian President Vladimir Putin that NATO is united, even now, despite Trump's previous criticism of the alliance, and determined to expand and upgrade its defenses to deter any possible or potential attack from Moscow in future.